counselings, the entire sequence of counselings, and that session is already available. This is very crucial because for you, especially if you are taking decisions between all India and state, there will be a lot of rules or lot of scenarios that will come up. For you, there may be only one scenario or two scenarios that come up between two rounds, but it will be wiser now to at least go through all the scenarios, understand what these are, so that your decisions right from round 1 are pretty clear. We went through the sequence of counselings. We said all India round 1 results will be published, then state round 1 results will be published, and so on for every round. That is how it is supposed to happen. Over here, post this, there will be a stray round at institutional level or online. But till this point in time, a proper sequence of all India round 1 results, state round 1 results, and all India round 2 results and state round 2 results, and then all India mop-up results will be published. So now what we have is, at this point in time, we said there is a very clear distinction. All India round 2 results will be published over here, and what we have here is after all India round 2 results are published and joining of all India, the deadline for joining of all India round 2 is over, joining is also over. That is when state round 2 results will be published in most of the states. There might be 3 or 4 states which are an exception, but all India round 2 joining gets over, and post that state round 2 results will be published, which means you will not be able to make a call between an all India round 2 seat and state round 2 seat joining. You will not be able to see both the results and take a call in most of the states. For your state, for this year, what happens? Wait for it. But assume the worst, because most of the states will not allow. If you tell us the states also, if you check with us on the support number, we'll let you know. We also have this as part of the state-wise sessions that we have been conducting. We have clearly mentioned which states usually do not publish state round 2 results before the all India round 2 joining. Now, all India round 1 rules we went through. Everybody is eligible for all India round 1. First time registration, fresh choice filling, no limit to the number of choices. Don't limit to closing ranks, we mentioned. Any seat that you wish to join at any point in time during the entire counseling in the admission. For NEET PG 2023, you have written your exam, you wish to join a seat, don't miss out in round 1. Get your choices to the extent possible, clearly in a preference order, and don't miss out a choice that you will for sure join this year. The thing is, if it goes to a lower ranker and the ranker does not leave the seat and holds on to the seat, you miss out the seat right from round 1. So don't limit to closing ranks thinking that this seat will not come to me, etc. We also said that, let us say you are ranked 20,000, below 5,000 may not come in. Any seat that closed below 5,000 may not come in. There might be a locational preference there too, but at that rank range, when there is almost 100% possibility of a seat not coming into your rank, then leave out the seat. Otherwise, don't limit to closing rank saying, I am 20,000, 19,500 closed seat, I will not fill in. Fill in your order of preferences without looking at closing ranks. After all India round 1 allotment, we said, whether you are allotted, whatever be the status, you are eligible for state round 1. You will have to opt for upgradation in your all India round 1 institute in case you are joining your all India round 1 institute. After opting for upgradation, you will be eligible for all India round 2. In case you don't opt for upgradation, that is the only set of candidates. All India round 1 allotted and you did not opt for upgradation. That is the only set of candidates who will not be eligible for all India round 2. They will hold on to their all India round 1 seat and end their counseling there. Irrespective of your all India round 1 seat status, everybody is eligible for state round 1. We mentioned this multiple times. Don't go by any other suggestion anywhere. Whatever be your all India round 1 status, you are eligible for state round 1. You joined, you did not join, you are holding on to a seat. Eligibility for state round 1 exists. And we also said, if you are allotted and you don't join, you allotted and if you are not allotted at all, if you are allotted and did not join, or allotted and resign the seat, still you will be almost, it will be equivalent to free exit. You will be eligible for all India round 2 with the same registration. You don't need to register again. We go into all India round 2 now. We stopped somewhere in between all India round 2 last time because of a technical glitch. We will be looking at all India round 2. Who is eligible for all India round 2? You ask that question any number of times. The answer is going to be everybody who is NEET PG qualified for 2023, whatever be the seat status. State round 1 seat, you're holding a state round 1 seat, you're holding an all India round 1 seat, you're not holding any seat, you joined somewhere, you allotted somewhere, whatever be the query, you are eligible for all India round 2. There is only one set of candidates who are not eligible for all India round 2. You took a seat in all India round 1 and you joined the seat. And at the time of joining, you said, I am not willing for upgradation. Why would you do that? Usually, a candidate who has got his or her first choice usually does that. Says that I am not interested in an upgradation. In that case alone, you will not be eligible for all India round 2. Other than that, everyone, all India round 1 allotted, not allotted, allotted and joined, allotted and did not join. Allotted, joined and resigned. State round 1, allotted, was not allotted, allotted and joined and resigned. Everybody is eligible for all India round 2 except for that set who did not opt for upgradation. We always suggest opt for upgradation. Whatever be the case, opt for upgradation, because there are many candidates every year who come back and say, I did not opt for upgradation and went and saw the institute, it was very good, I did not opt for upgradation. 2 days later, I came to know that the institute has there are some issues. It was my dream institute. I have worked the entire last 3 years towards getting this institute. I go in, did not opt for upgradation. After that, toppers who are below 200, rank 200, have come back and mentioned that they want to upgrade to a different institute for whatever reasons. It is always wise to opt for upgradation. If you still want to continue in the same institute as All India round 1 after opting for upgradation, you can still go for that. How will you go for that? You will be able to, you just don't need to fill in any choices in All India round 2. Automatically, your All India round 1 seat will be retained. So your option doesn't go away to retain your seat. Just because you opted for upgradation, some other seat will not be allotted. You don't fill in choices. After opting for upgradation, you will still retain your round 1 seat. So keep options open. All India round 2, fresh registration is possible. For whom is fresh registration possible? For anyone who did not register in All India round 1. Anyone who registered in All India round 1, whatever be your seat status, once you register and pay 25k, 10k and 2 lakhs in or 2 lakhs for deemed in All India round 1, that registration is enough. Irrespective of your joining, non-joining allotment, you will log in through the same registration. If you're watching this video, don't come back and ask at the time of All India round 2 that I am registered in All India round 1. I am in this scenario. No scenarios. You are registered in All India round 1. Whatever be the scenario, you don't need to re-register for All India round 2. Everyone who is All India registered in round 1 will be able to log in using the same registration in All India round 2. And now what do we have again? Okay, so and then you have choice filling. It is fresh choices in All India round 2. All India round 1 choices will be completely null and void. What does this mean? You would have listed down you would have opted for a list of choices in All India round 1. This complete list of choices in All India round 1 will be considered null and void. When you go into All India round 2, go fill your choices. There will be no choice there. It will be a blank list and you will have to fill in right from choice 1. Let us say you have filled in 3000 choices in All India round 1. It is possible if you fill in every choice. Let us say you have filled in 3000 choices, put in everything, took 2 days to fill in all your choices. Come back in All India round 2, you will find 0 choices there. You want to fill in 3000 choices again, you will have to do it again. What does this also mean? Does not matter what was allotted to you in All India round 1. We will take 2 scenarios here. One, you are an All India round 1 candidate, you are not allotted anything. Then straight away go ahead and fill in your round 2 choices fresh again, right from scratch. You can change your round 1 choices to any different list of choices, move, alter, delete from your round 1 choices. Basically, don't consider your round 1 choices at all. At that point in time during All India round 2, whatever be your preference order, it might have changed. Your first choice might have moved to the 10th choice because you have more information at that point in time. Fill in the choices as per your round 2 preference order. Let us take another scenario where an All India round 1 joined candidate is there. The person is holding a seat and is going to fill in choices. Now, All India round 1 joining has happened and the candidate was allotted a particular seat. In round 1, there might have been a seat which was lower preferred. Let us say that the first seat is MAMC pediatrics was allotted in All India round 1. Now MAMC, let us say respiratory medicine, was below this choice in round 1. When you are filling choices for round 2, you think that this R1 choice, MAMC respiratory medicine, should actually be better than MAMC pediatrics, and therefore I want to fill in choices. Yes, you can do that. You can move choices above. Doesn't matter. What you will fill in ultimately is this. You will fill in a list of choices which are better than your MAMC pediatrics choice. That is what you will do. So here, MAMC pediatrics is your allotted choice. At round 2, whatever you think is better than MAMC pediatrics, you will fill in. It does not matter if MAMC, it was there below your choice in round 1. Above this, you had 2 choices where you want to change your choices. Doesn't matter. Anything which is better than MAMC pediatrics, this time in our scenario, this candidate will fill in, let us say, first MAMC general medicine. The candidate can also fill in MAMC respiratory medicine as the second choice, which was actually below this particular choice in round 1. So that is very much possible. Let us say there are 2-3 choices above this. You can change those choices from round 1 and fill in. Anything you can do. Basically, don't consider round 1 at all. Anything which at the point of round 2 you consider to be better than MAMC pediatrics, you will fill in. You don't need to fill in MAMC pediatrics. MAMC pediatrics, if you have joined the seat, you won't even see the seat. You will just need to fill in better seats than MAMC pediatrics. Now, we will also have a separate session on that in detail, detailing how the allotment works, how the system picks up every category rank and does the allotment in a very detailed manner, and also how to fill your choices before the counseling starts. And second part is, we said that AAR1 choices will be considered null and void. And second, what will be the seats available? One set of seats is a seat which has not been taken by anyone in round 1. That is an unallotted seat. Nobody has picked up the choice at all. Usually happens in deemed non-clinicals or non-clinicals in certain categories in government quota, all India quota, or DU quota, internal quota like DU, AMU, BHU, IP university quota, etc. These are a complete set of unallotted seats. What are the other seats that will be available? R1 not joined. Somebody has been allotted in the R1 and did not join the seat. Those seats will also be available. And new seats in R2. Very rarely now, very rarely in the sense, previously it used to be a huge number. Now the number of seats which are added in round 2 is very minimal. Note that no seat will be added in mop-up in All India Counseling. Already MCC faced flag from the Supreme Court on doing this, and there was an issue in 2021. So that will not happen, but new seats will be added in round 2. They can do that in round 2. Whatever maximum seats have been added, most of them will be added in round 1. Some institutes miss out because this is the first time for them. A new course has been added and they miss out a few numbers, etc. Those left out seats will be added in round 2. And then virtual vacancies. What are virtual vacancies? A candidate, when they join the All India round 1 seat and opt for upgradation, their seat is a virtual vacancy. Basically, I am, let us say, a candidate, like in our case, who took the MAMC pediatrics seat, and I have joined the seat. So this is one MAMC pediatrics seat, joined seat by a candidate who has opted for upgradation. Let us say this candidate moves on to an MAMC general medicine seat. Then this seat becomes vacant. Right now, this seat is not vacant. During the process of counseling, the actual vacancy, the virtual vacancy, this seat is called a virtual vacancy. And during the process, if that candidate upgrades to a better seat, then during round 2, this seat will be available for all other candidates. So a virtual vacancy, this will be shown as a virtual vacancy. MAMC pediatrics, one virtual vacancy. And at the time of counseling, this virtual allotment processing, this virtual vacancy will be changed to an actual vacancy only if the candidate upgrades. So those are also available in ZyNerd, clearly mentioned as BV. You will also be able to get that information. Those who are very clinical in looking at the information, you will be able to see how many virtual vacancies are there, how many actual vacancies are there. That is input to get information on what might be possible in round 2. That helps too if you are able to look at data very clearly. And what we have is there are some queries on whether you will be able to fill in your All India round 1 seat. which you did not join or joined and resigned, yes, you will be able to fill in your All India Round 1 seat even after free exit. But the thing is, you don't hold that seat. The difference between somebody who is opted for upgradation after joining and somebody who did not join or joined and resigned is that somebody who has opted for upgradation is holding the seat and going for a better seat. Like in the case of MAMC Pediatrics, if a better seat is not available, the candidate will hold on to the MAMC Pediatrics. But in case of somebody who has not taken a free exit, the candidate will go into the counseling without a seat and again fill in. Let us say the candidate wants MAMC Pediatrics, they will fill in that choice. Somebody above them changes their choices, there is a minor risk of losing that seat. So you can fill in, but the risk exists that somebody above you, a newly registered candidate or an already existing candidate, can change their choice and get that seat. Now, the next part is, after All India Round 2 allotments, what are the decisions and the impact? Let us say you have no seat at the end of All India Round 2. You will be eligible for All India Mop-up. Basically, there are two set of candidates who will not be eligible for All India Mop-up. One, any candidate who has retained their All India Round 1 seat. You retain your All India Round 1 seat in All India Round 2. You went in with MAMC Pediatrics in All India Round 2. You joined the seat and filled in all the choices, better choices, medicine, general medicine, respiratory medicine, etc. But you did not get upgraded. You will retain your R1 MAMC Pediatrics seat. This is the final seat out of the entire counseling process. You will not be able to move on to any other counseling. Your name will be sent across to all the states, and the state counseling authorities will not allot you. They are not supposed to allot you, and you cannot resign the seat till the end of the admission process. That is the rule. But note that here, this does not have anything to do with penalty. Many candidates come up and say, so okay, fine, that's the final seat. I understand that I am retaining that seat. It is considered a joint seat. You will send across lists to everywhere. How much penalty should I pay to go back and attend another counseling? As if penalty is something that will get them a relief from this situation. No. Final seat means final seat. You cannot attend any other counseling. You will not be allotted in any other counseling. This list is transparently shared across all the states and in MCC. You are allotted in some state. Somebody who is looking for that seat will come back and raise an issue. There have been cancellations of 4 state counselings in 2021 because of this reason. So don't expect that there will be a possibility of a change. Similarly, once you are allotted in All India Round 2, you are allotted a fresh seat. In this case, let us say the MAMC Pediatrics person moves on to MAMC General Medicine in Round 2, gets upgraded. The candidate gets a General Medicine seat. Upgraded in which round? Round 2. The candidate joins the seat, goes to the institute, joins the seat. How does he do it? Goes to MAMC, gets his certificates, and resigns, gets a relieving from the seat and joins MAMC General Medicine seat. That has to happen. Once the joining is done and an admission letter is generated from the MCC's intra-MCC portal, it is considered All India Round 2 joint candidate. And the seat is also an All India Round 2 joint seat. That is the final seat for this candidate. The seat won't be allotted to anyone else. The All India Round 2 joint candidate will be this will be the final seat for the candidate. The list will be shared to states. They will not be able to resign, etc. All those are the impact of joining an All India Round 2 seat. That is the final seat of NEET PG 2023. Allotted in All India Round 2. In the same scenario, if the candidate has been allotted in MAMC, just gets relieved from MAMC Pediatrics, doesn't join the MAMC General Medicine, or just gets relieved from MAMC Pediatrics and got a seat in, let us say, VMMC in some other course, and doesn't join it. Then in that case, the candidate exits with forfeiture. What is exit with forfeiture? The 25k or 10k or 2 lakhs for deemed paid is forfeited. The candidate will not get back that amount. Exits with forfeiture. The candidate can move out, but not the final seat. Note that. The candidate will be able to participate in any states the candidate was already eligible for. State round 2s are possible if they are already eligible for state round 2. And the candidate will be able to participate in All India Mop-up 2, we'll look at it. So, All India Mop-up 2 with fresh registration, the candidate will be able to participate. Resignation after joining. So, we clearly mentioned resignation after joining, by now you would know, is joining possible? No. After All India allotted in All India round 2 and joined, that is a final seat, resignation is not possible, retained R1 seat, resignation is not possible. So this scenario doesn't exist at all. Resignation after joining doesn't exist at all, and your security deposit anyways gets refunded. Why is your security deposit refunded? You want to quit the seat at a later point in time, discontinue after 6 months, etc. That is possible. Discontinue after all admissions are over. That is possible. The security deposit refund will happen because All India round 2 allotted in All India there's been some confusion. Yeah. So, okay. So security deposit is refunded because after All India round 2 joining, once you join, it is assumed that you are in the same seat till the end of the admission process. We said you can't resign. So it is assumed that you have joined the seat, you have rightly done it, you are anyways, that is your final seat, nobody else is going to be allotted that seat. So you will get your security deposit back. Your discontinuation can happen. Many candidates would come up and say, my friend discontinued and after paying a penalty, sir, you are saying that it is not possible. It is not possible. Some DNB institutes may say that you have resigned by signing some letter saying that we are relieving you. You can go ahead and pursue your other counselings. They are not the authorized persons. MCC is the authorized person, and the Supreme Court is the authorized, has a ruling saying that you cannot participate. So those MCC actually notifies saying that no DNB institute is supposed to allow resignation offline, and in the system you cannot resign. And if, let us say, you did not join an allotted AR2 seat, we said exit with forfeiture, right? Eligible for All India mop-up through fresh registration, you will have to pay your 25k or 10k back. Let us say you don't have any seat after round 2, you are exiting the entire counseling process, you don't have any seat, then your security deposit is again refunded because you did not go through any of the counseling processes. Beyond that, you did not get a seat. Only if you exit with forfeiture, you will lose your 25k, 10k or 2 lakhs. That is when you are allotted and you do not join the seat. Now we will go to mop-up now. When does mop-up happen? We saw the scenarios, right? Mop-up happens after the state round 2 results and joining are done. That is how it should be. The problem is the timeline between state mop-up, state round 2 results joining and mop-up is very, very minimal. Starting of All India mop-up is very, very a short period. So this results in some state round 2s joining or even choice filling happening during the time of All India mop-up joining. All India mop-up choice filling. So what are we saying? All India round 2 results are done. Results are over. Joining is also done. State round 2 choice filling and joining is going on. At that time, All India mop-up choice filling may start. For some states, this might happen. Many of the states will complete their state joining by time. Some states, the joining will still continue during All India mop-up choice filling. That does not matter. As long as the choice filling, you will be able to fill in your choices. But ultimately, before All India mop-up results, state round 2 joining should be over. That is the rule. State round 2 joining should be over and the joint list of candidates should be debarred from All India mop-up. Very clear? What we already saw is All India round 2 joint candidates are not eligible for mop-up. Similarly, state round 2 joint candidates are also not eligible for mop-up. This will happen 100% with 100% implementation will happen only if all state round 2 joinings are over before the All India mop-up results, correct? So choice filling can happen. All India mop-up results should be published after state round 2 joinings are over. This list will be shared by each state. There is a specific software module available where each state will enter your roll number, your rank, your name, etc. and send in a list of candidates who are state round 2 joined. Now this list, along with the All India round 2 joined list, those candidates will be removed or debarred from the All India mop-up results. Every year, some state delays this. When the state delays the state round 2 joining, those candidates who are waiting for All India mop-up will have a disadvantage because these candidates might be allotted here in All India mop-up, right? Even though they are going to join or they join at a later point in time. So there are court cases. So it is highly likely that as of now you assume that at this stage this will be over and then all India mop-up results will be published. So basically R2 joint are not eligible. Fresh registration is possible. Let us say you forgot to register in round 1, you forgot to register in round 2 for whatever reasons. We don't suggest that. Always register for round 1. But fresh registration is possible in case you wish to register in mop-up for the first time. Let us say you missed out all India quota. Let us say you missed out deemed quota in round 1 or round 2. You can add on deemed in in mop-up. Similarly in round 2 too. But note that it is all advisable that initially itself you decide which seats you are going for. Don't think that if I don't get a government seat, I will go for a deemed seat. This is a very good, it is not a wrong decision at all. As in basically, if I don't get a government seat, I will go for a deemed seat is a very good decision. But what may result in some impact is, I will add on deemed only after round 2. I will look at whether I get government seats or not in round 1 and round 2. Round 3, mop up, many of the deemed seats would have already been taken. Some might have been taken and joined by candidates who are lower rankers who might have got a seat which you otherwise would have got. So don't make that mistake. Decide earlier itself whether you want to go for deemed or DNB, etc. Some candidates even make the mistake of not including DNB along with AAQ. When there is no other additional amount to be paid, just add on DNB, and whether you want to fill in your choices or not is a different thing. Add on DNB. Fresh registration is possible. Exit with forfeiture candidates. Anybody who was all India round 2 allotted and did not join will make the payment again and then register. Cutoff is usually reduced before all India mop-up. Last time cutoff was reduced after all India round 2. After AA round 2, cutoff was reduced, but before state round 2. So here cutoff reduction happened. Some states allowed registration for state round 2 for reduced cutoff based eligible candidates. But in any case, as far as all India is concerned, before all India mop-up, cutoff would be reduced. How much percentage, etc., we don't have a clue. But when it is reduced, you will be able to register for all India mop-up. Don't need to worry about it. Before that, should I keep registering? Should I register in round 1 and round 2, and so that it is safe? No, you will not be able to register. All India has a very foolproof system like MCC has it, where only qualified candidates will be able to register. So cutoff, if you are not eligible as per cutoff, you will not be able to register for all India. Now next thing is fresh choice filling. Mop-up is fresh choice filling. Like round 2, all seats are vacant in mop-up first of all, because there is no upgradation, right? So virtual vacancies do not come up in mop-up at all. Every seat is either a joint seat by somebody who is an all India round 2 who cannot resign. So that seat cannot come in. Any round 2 candidate cannot come into mop-up. Therefore, there is no point in a virtual, there is no possibility of a virtual vacancy. Only round 2 unallotted seats. Nobody had opted for it. And round 2 not joined seats. Somebody was allotted in all India round 2 and did not join. That seat will be available in all India mop-up. Now, you can fill an all India round 2 not joined seat in all India mop-up. So in case you are part of this, a round 2 not joined, you were allotted in round 2 and then did not join, the seat will be available in mop-up. You will also be eligible through mop-up for mop-up through fresh registration, repayment, and you can fill the same seat. Will I get the same seat is the $1 million question. The entire counseling goes by 2 major points. One, should I join my all India round 2 seat? Or the other way to look at it is, will I be getting a better seat in all India mop-up, or will I retain the same seat in all India mop-up at least? Because that is your decision making point. Don't go by any other decision. The point of decision is not how it moved last year, how many seats were available last year, what is the shift that is expected in mop-up last year, negative shift, positive shift. All those are not the major risk evaluation factors. The major risk evaluation factor is, will I get the same seat at least in all India mop-up, at least the same seat in all India mop-up. If I get the same seat and there is a percentage assurance for that or a risk evaluation for that and I am positive about that part, then I go into all India mop-up. The same seat availability is the criteria, not like whether I will get a 5 choices above, 6 choices above, because if you confirm that you will, if you are very sure that you will get the same seat, it gives you a positive direction towards going for mop-up. So thing is, you can fill in your all India round 2 seat. That itself is a is a deciding point. If this is not there, then there is going to be confusion. This has been there all along in All India, so don't need to worry. If you are not joining an All India round 2 seat, you will be filling in your All India mop-up seat. One clarification here: by doing this, we want to clarify this very clearly. We are not suggesting that everybody needs to go to All India mop-up. Your risk evaluation is yours. Second, we are not suggesting blocking. There have been many candidates who understood this as blocking in 2021 when the rule first came in, when 3 rounds were available. But most of the candidates now understand what is happening and do not refer to this as blocking. What we say here is, we always suggest that you fill in choices that you wish to join. Right from All India round 1, what have we been saying? Don't fill in a choice which you do not want to join. That will result in confusion. Don't block any seat. Fill in a choice that you will for sure join. But let us say you get a seat in All India round 2. I am getting a seat in All India round 2, and let us say this So here I am getting a seat in All India round 2. I am getting MAMC respiratory medicine in All India round 2. This is a seat that the candidate wants to join. There is no doubt about it. This candidate is ranked, let's say, 540. 539 is a candidate who is an All India round 2 joint candidate who is allotted MAMC general medicine, which is the first choice of this candidate. Now this candidate is 540, missed general medicine by 1 rank. This candidate comes to know that MAMC candidate is not going to join this. The candidate is going for INI-CET. The candidate is going for some other seat. Even then, the candidate has opted for this, taking away the choice from this candidate who has to actually get this. This candidate filled in this choice. This seat is going to mop up for sure. Absolutely, this is injustice for this candidate who is ranked 540, because this was a choice that was made when no information was available by this candidate for this candidate. The candidate is now going to INI-CET. This 540 rank candidate has confirmed this or knows from sources. This is what happens right from the top. The wrong decisions or choices trickle down to the bottom, and at every level there are candidates who are disadvantaged because of those choices, or this 539 or equivalent moving to state, knowing that state options are going to be better. So this injustice results in some candidates being stuck at All India round 2. Therefore, the decision to go to All India mop-up. Note that you take it always in that perspective and never take it in the perspective of somebody blocking a seat, because every year this happens and that results in more candidates deciding or being aware of information and going to mop-up. So now that is a decision making point for you. Now resignation after joining. Not possible to resign after All India mop-up joining. Security deposit is refunded. Once you join, that is your final seat in All India mop-up as well. You will not be able to attend state mop-up. This is after joining. The other question is, I did not join an allotted mop-up seat. Will I be eligible for stray round? No, we said your choices will be carried forward for stray. The same mop-up choices will be carried forward for stay. In case you do not join your All India mop-up allotted seat, then you will not be eligible for stray round. So whether you do not join after being allotted in All India mop-up, you will not be eligible for further All India rounds. What does this mean? Again, you actually join an All India, you are allotted in All India mop-up seat. That is the end of All India counseling for you. If you join, you will hold to the seat. Otherwise, you will have to look at other options. After mop-up allotment, joining is this, and in case you don't have a seat at all after All India mop-up, you are eligible for stray round. You are not allotted a seat in All India mop-up, you are eligible for stray, but same choices will be processed. When the same choices are processed, the only set of upgraded seats that you will get are seats that are All India mop-up allotted and not joined. Somebody above you is allotted and they don't join, then because the first time in mop-up your choices would not have been available. After mop-up, because this candidate did not join, in stray the same choices will be processed and that will flow down to you. And allotted and mop-up and joined, we said it is a final seat. And this brings us to the third question, which is allotted in All India mop-up and did not join. Out of All India counseling, very clear, exit with forfeiture. Basically, you exit the entire counseling with forfeiture, you don't get your security deposit back. you're not eligible for stray or special stray. State what happens when All India mop-up allotted and did not join. What happens in state? This depends on the state. States like Himachal Pradesh, West Bengal, Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra do not allow West Bengal and a few other states too, do not allow All India mop-up allotted candidates, whether they joined or did not join, in state mop-up allotment. Some states do allow. This is an interpretation related thing. Till the time Supreme Court interprets this, MCC is not ready to take a call. So there is a lot of confusion here. Depending upon the state, take a call. Whether this year this will change also, we don't know. It is always better, wise, right from the beginning we have been saying, fill in a choice that you are interested in joining. Let us say you don't have a seat after All India mop-up and quit. You will be eligible for stray by default. And there is no opt-out option in stray. Automatically your choices will be filled. Opt-out option was provided in MBBS. Like after All India mop-up, you get a seat in state mop-up. Then you say, I don't want to participate in All India stray, right? But that option is not available. Killing in choice, killing in many career options for candidates. MBBS they are providing. This year somehow if that is provided. Last year there was a case towards that too, to provide some option for All India state mop-up candidates who have joined at least to move out of the counseling of All India stray, but it is not being provided. We will try our level best to do that this year, at least through representation. And state round eligibility impact, like we said, some states allow, some states don't allow. So we will come to the last part of this, round 4 stray vacancy round. Round 4 stray vacancy round in All India counseling is a pretty simple thing. Already you would have filled in choices for mop-up, you did not get a seat. Allotted in All India mop-up and did not join, not eligible. And allotted in All India mop-up and joined also are not eligible. That is missing here. That is understood, but it should have been added here. Allotted in All India mop-up itself is not eligible. Anybody who attended All India mop-up other than those who are allotted will be eligible. No fresh registration, no fresh choice filling. Mop-up unallotted seats plus mop-up not joined seats will be available here. Mop-up unallotted seats will not be allotted here too, because nobody opted for them in mop-up, right? So that is why they were unallotted. The choice flow doesn't work that way. So this will not happen. Mop-up not joined seats will definitely be allotted. So don't miss out any seat in mop-up itself. There are many mop-up unallotted seats which go back to like clinicals, non-clinicals, etc. and even some good institutes which are remain unallotted and were allotted in special stray last year. No option to opt out last year. This we'll try our level best to get it, because when candidates opt out, you get better seats. When candidates who do not want seats are allotted against their wish just because it is an automated processing, you lose out seats. Those who are looking for seats lose out seats. So what we'll have is, after stray allotment, no seat at the end of stray allotment, end of the counseling, we will come back to this asterisk why we have done that later. And you are allotted in All India stray and joined, that is your final seat. You cannot go back and look at state seats. Allotted in All India stray and did not join, you exit with forfeiture. Not possible to resign after an All India stray joining. Did not join allotted stray seat, we said you exit with forfeiture and not eligible for any further rounds if it happens. So this goes with this. This is the final round is what we said. We say it is a final round because as per prospectus, as per the Supreme Court order, this is supposed to be the final round. 4th round, stray round is the final round. This seat after stray round, no seat after stray round, you will get a refund. Now we have mentioned all this, right? No fresh registration, these people are not eligible, this is how it works. The same choices will be done, etc. The same choices will be processed and an allotment list will be published. If you don't join, you are not eligible. Everything is only for this set of seats. All India quota, DNB, Central University seats. This is online for this set of seats, and this happens first. Be very clear. We are doing it now because this happens first before deemed process starts. This entire set of allotment happens, and anybody who is allotted here is not eligible for deemed. So be very clear about your mop-up choices. In case you are looking at good deemed universities, don't put in a non-clinical seat on top, get allotted here and miss out your deemed choice. Don't fill preferences exactly like you want. Missing out a deemed seat will happen in case you are allotted here, irrespective of whether it was a lower than your deemed choice. Don't be very clear about it. Very rarely that will happen, but be very clear about it. Now this is one part. This is a stray round, which is the online round for All India Quota, DNB and Central University. All the government seats, DNB private and government seats, NBE Diploma seats and Central University Quota. Now, post this, stray vacancy for deemed universities will happen, which is offline. We'll look at the stray vacancy for deemed university, which is offline. Who is eligible? Anybody who has not been allotted in mop-up, who has not been allotted in the stray for All India Quota, DNB, Central University seats. Even if you are allotted there, you will not be eligible. Like you have been allotted, you put in 5 deemed options on top, which are clinicals, and put in an anatomy in a less preferred institute. You got the anatomy seat because the first online choice filling, online stray happened for AAQ. You are out of this. Don't make that mistake. Round 4 stray vacancy, offline deemed rules. This happens after the All India mop-up, this should be stray. This happens after the All India stray allotment, and anybody who is allotted in mop-up and did not join are eligible. It happens after All India mop-up and after All India stray online allotment of AAQ DNB. That is when it happens. That is an additional thing. And you are allotted in All India mop-up and did not join, you are not eligible. Everybody who attended All India mop-up, others who were not allotted in All India mop-up were eligible. And if you are not allotted in All India quota online stray for AAQ, then only you are eligible. No fresh registration. Here there comes a query. What is a query? There is a query. Usually, you go to the deemed institute. In what order will you get allotment? There is no choice filling. Note that you would have already filled in choices for mop-up, and we have been repeating that your mop-up choices will be taken into account. That will be taken into account only for the online process. Here there is no choice filling, direct admissions at the institute. So you go there to the institute and get admitted. How does this process happen? After All India online AAQ based counseling is over, which one? The earlier one that we mentioned. After this is over, online complete process is over. 4 or 5 days would remain for the entire admission process to be over. How many days? 4 or 5 days. Maximum 4 or 5 days will be remaining. After this process, a list will be published, which will say deemed seat vacancies for for stray round. Second, deemed eligible candidates list. What? 1, seats available in deemed. Second, eligible candidates list, both for deemed. This eligible candidates can attend any seat vacancy, attend a counseling for any seat vacancy at the institute. You go to the institute and then attend the counseling at the institute on a day prescribed by the institute. The day is supposed to be mentioned through a notification in the institute website, and the process is supposed to be as per merit. May not happen. You would know that, you would have already heard that there are challenges in MCC getting this implemented across all institutes by merit. There might be seats which are available, the seat vacancies will be known a week back itself, because mop-up joining closed a week back. 1 week the All India quota DNB stray process was going on. During that period itself, the seat vacancies would have been known to the deemed institutes, and a lot of candidates would have gone to the deemed institutes directly or through references and checked on what was available, what is the process, is there somebody else who is going to get the seat, and with this additional information would be placed in a better position to take a seat. And whether it happens by merit or not, that too you would know. Some good institutes do it properly, put in a notification. On the day of notification, whoever comes in, they allot it by merit, but don't go by that. Be very clear. Connect with every institute after mop-up in itself. After your allotment and mop-up, keep looking at who is joining, who is not joining. If you are looking at specific seats and somebody doesn't join, you can go and claim merit. Whether it works or not, we are not sure, because this is not even been, even DGHS has tried its level best to do something technically to control it, but that is how it works. And admissions to be made based on merit, pretty difficult to implement. Some institutes don't implement. Some institutes properly notify the timelines. You call them up, they will respond to you with information. At least get those institute details and then go ahead. And in other institutes, if you still want to go and claim your seat by merit, do claim your seat by merit. Basically, don't miss out on any process, whether it is by merit or not by merit. You should know that you are eligible as per merit. And after stray admission, no seat at the end of stray admission, that is the end of the counseling process. I think. Okay, so no seat at the end of the stray counseling. That is the end of the counseling process. You will get your refund as well in case you have no seat at the end of the stray counseling. You attended all 4 counselings. It will happen after this point. It will take 3 months for you to get a refund. You are admitted in All India Stray. That is your final seat. A special stray vacancy round happened in 2023. Now, resignation after joining. At this stage, after joining, the seat lapses. So, in most institutes, full year 3, this is private institutes, full 3-year fee has to be paid, or a penalty has to be paid. In offline deemed universities, full 3-year fee has to be paid. If you are looking at government institutes, a penalty of 5 lakhs to 50 lakhs has to be paid after this stage of the counseling process. Even after All India round 2, that penalty may be applicable, depends on the state. Not possible to resign after All India Stray, we already looked at it. Now we will look at the special stray vacancy round that happened last year. December 2022, every counseling was over. Basically, till whatever we have seen, round 4 special stray, offline was also over. After that, there cannot be admissions. Let us say there is a seat that is vacant. Some candidate did not join, seat lapses. No admission can take place after the round 4 as per the Supreme Court given order. MOHFW, without taking the liberty of allotting these seats, assuming that the Supreme Court will support them, because they have time and again mentioned that, why asked MCC on why the seats are being vacant, so many seats are not being unallotted, change the process, etc. They came up with this special stray vacancy round, first time last year, which is a very welcome move. They had done this earlier for 2021 for MBBS. They have started last year for PG2, which is a very good move. And out of, I think there were around 900 seats which are allotted, and out of which I am not sure about the exact numbers, 370 odd candidates benefited out of this special stray, or maybe around 790. We'll just check and give you the numbers on that. So quite a few allotments there. Anybody who is registered in All India Mop-up and was not allotted in All India Mop-up or All India Stray, only those are eligible. There is no specific registration for All India Stray round. And everybody else who attended All India Stray, they were eligible after payment of 50,000 of security deposit. From this, whoever was eligible had to pay 50k. In case you are allotted a seat and you do not join, 50k will be lost as security deposit. No fresh registration. Fresh choice filling for stray round. Being a separate round with a separate set, first time this happened, fresh choice filling was there. Note that stray round had sorry. The stray round has only takes choices from the mop-up round, right? For the stray round, mop-up round choices are taken, but here fresh choice filling was allowed. Stray unallotted plus stray not joined seats were available over here. This unallotted seats will also be allotted, were also allotted, some of them unallotted, because there is a fresh choice filling possibility here. There was an option, basically stray round, we said there was no opt-out possibility. Here if you just don't pay the 50,000 security deposit or don't fill choices, then you won't be allotted any seat. That option existed for candidates. No seat at the end of special stray round, that is the end of the counseling. Allotted in All India special stray round, final seat, and did not join, you are not eligible for NEET PG 2023. This was a clause that came up last year. First time there is a clause in the entire PG counseling process where ineligibility for NEET PG 2023 is prescribed for being allotted and not joined candidates. Earlier there were ineligibility for DNB for allotted and joined candidates. This is the first time there was ineligibility for, not for counseling, for the admission session, examination itself for allotted and not joined candidates. There was very minimal such candidates, 31 or 34. I think last time there was a query in the Telegram group. We went back and checked. It was around 31 or 32 candidates who actually did not join. So basically that means it was absolute, the entire clause worked very well. Those who wished to join actually joined the seats, were filled in choices. Not possible to resign, and if you don't join allotted, exit with forfeiture, not eligible for any other round, and you will also have this not eligible for NEET PG 2023 clause. And for stray vacancy for deemed universities was still offline. Good that we didn't miss that out. This is online for AEQ, DNB, central universities. It was offline for stay for other institutes, and list of eligible candidates. will also be shared like we mentioned. So basically this is an extension of the stray process. It is similar to the stray process except for these rules and fresh choice filling being available and this additional impact rule being available, being added from special stray. There will be a refund in case you don't get a seat after special stray. So this is what we have for you now. There is one minor thing that we have left out for the last. There will be some candidates who will come back and tell you that last year there was fresh choice filling for stray vacancy round. Last year, only last year, that happened because there were 4 or 5 seats of AR2 joined candidates who went through a court case to get them relieved of the penalty. They joined in All India round 2. They were supposed to pay a penalty and they were not allowed to resign, because once you join All India round 2, you are not allowed to resign. Then these seats should have come up in All India mop-up if they were allowed to resign. What happened is they went to court saying that we do not intend to continue in the seat, allow us to resign and get us out of the penalty. Court said that the seats were vacant. Penalty is a different thing. Whether they are relieved of the penalty, etc., those clauses are completely different. Let these seats at least come in counseling, and these were added in All India stray round. For that reason, since 5 seats or so were added, fresh choice filling was allowed, resulting in many candidates deleting their choices for stray or adding on choices for stray, and many mop-up candidates being aggrieved of that, because they would have actually come into stray if choice was editing was available. So there is a lot of confusion surrounding that. Don't go by any of this. The entire purpose of telling you is this is in case somebody tells you that that was a scenario that happened because of a legal direction. The actual thing is all mop-up choices will be carried forward, so there will be no fresh choice filling for stray round. That is the default proposition and no option to opt out last year. Take your decisions based on this, and post that you will post that when stray happens you will be eligible because you filled in right choices and you may get a very good seat in stray if it is available. So this is pretty much on the entire counseling process. We will look at any comments. We have been delayed in getting this video done because we wanted to do it properly without any glitches. Now we will be coming up with scenario wise videos. What happens if All India round 1 I get a seat and my state round 1 results come in on day 1, day 2, day 3, day 5, day 10, then day 15 before All India round 2 joining. Every scenario will be covered through videos very clearly for you to understand. Be connected with ZyNerd. We will have all these videos uploaded in the info videos section as well. Go to resources. There is a lot of information available in ZyNerd. So we have generic queries only today. I think we have queries on how many, what will happen if SC category seat increase or not. Last year there was a huge deviation. You would know that there was an impact in the sense at a particular rank, the number of SC candidates in 2022 below a particular All India rank was higher than that of 2021, which resulted in some competition for SC candidates. But this year we are not sure about the impact. Any year it is very difficult to predict. There is no sampling, so it is very difficult to predict. And second one is ophthalmology possibility. You can just check in ZyNerd. We have complete information. Just go in, select Vijaya Hospital is okay. It should be either DNB, it should be DNB ophthalmology or NBE. So just go to ZyNerd, click on All India Counseling, select DNB ophthalmology and select Vijaya Hospital. You will be able to get the information. And increase or decrease. Yeah, so it is the same query from Dr. Rahul again. So that is pretty much, and hope this helped. We will be doing sessions separately for each round. Before the start of the round, we will be doing a session. After the results are out, we will be doing a session on joining, and primarily before round 1 starts, we will be doing a session on choice filling, how the allotment works, etc. So that you are absolutely clear about what you need to do for the entire counseling process. We will support you. ZyNerd subscribers, you will have complete information on every counseling allotment. We know that we have been a little delayed in getting you information on updates on on the last year's fee for a few states. Yeah, we are working on it. We won't, by the time the counseling starts, you would have had enough time with this information to work on. We'll assure you that. The updates on the mop-up rounds and stray rounds are also coming in over this week. By the next week, most of the data that you want for PG will be done, and you will have complete information of 2022 and 2023 with all the updates, which possibly I'm not sure if other websites are going to clone or not. So that will be available. Thank you so much. So any queries, you can always, for ZyNerd subscribers, we have a separate number. You can call us on the rules, regulations, eligibility related queries. We'll be able to support. All the best. Keep looking at information. Get your preference orders ready and know the rules. That is it. The counseling is a simple process as long as some effort is put in. All the best.